In this video, we'll cover everything you need to know how to successfully grow your premium newsletter. I'll show you how newsletters make money with premium subscriptions. We'll cover the best practices when it comes to pricing. We'll look at some examples of high converting landing pages and value propositions of some of the best and highest revenue making newsletters. And we'll talk about how you can maximize your subscriber lifetime value and how you can convert free subscribers into paid subscribers. And ultimately, we'll show you how to set it all up on Beehiiv. And stay around until the end of the video because I'll give you a proven strategy to get premium newsletter subscribers with Facebook ads. All right, so here, the first thing, why premium newsletters, how newsletters make money with paid subscriptions. So as you can see, this is the biggest newsletter, one of the biggest newsletters, New York Times, and certainly has a name behind it, has a brand behind it, and you cannot always copy these types of businesses because it took them so many years to build, right? So, but as we can see, New York Times has been transitioning from the ad-led business to a subscription-based business. So, you can see this is the ad part of the business, and this is the digital subscription part of the business, right? So, subscription or premium newsletters is a wonderful model because the retention is really good for the most part, especially if you price it right, and especially if your newsletter is valuable. And also churn typically is pretty low for newsletters, but I mean it's all case by case basis, and it all really depends on the business, on the pricing, on what kind of audience you're going after, what kind of value you provide. So typically the B2B newsletters would have real long retention rate, or maybe if like finance newsletters, finance B2C newsletters that have kind of a decent pricing and they deliver a lot of value, and maybe there's community on top. But basically with paid newsletters, with premium newsletters, you need to solve repeated problems of your subscribers and deliver value over time to justify people paying you every month or every year. And so typically the way it works, you'd have some sort of free content potentially, and then you can upgrade to get more in-depth content, maybe a community, tools, templates. Maybe 80% of the content is gated and you want to just get access to that. So you essentially decide how you solve the problem. Templates are good, tools are good, like all these things, there needs to be some sort of repeated problem solving. So if you, let's say, doing tools or templates, you'd have to say, okay, we're actually gonna do keep adding more of these tools and templates every month or something like that. So one of the best ways to get people to sign up for paid subscriptions is to gate actually 80% of your content. And you show them 20% of the content for free and gate the rest, right? So that way they're motivated to open the email and read the rest. And to read the rest, they have to subscribe to the premium. And so, there should be a way, like this is kind of relevant to this. But how would you price your premium newsletter subscribers? Premium newsletter. You would price it, so pricing depends on many variables, but the biggest one is how much you feel it's worth, really. That's the biggest one, and from there you can kind of find ways to make them feel the same thing. But that's one pretty important, especially if you have a brand or like personal brand where people already trust you. The pricing can be pretty significant. And you want to get those, 1,000 premium subscribers that can pay you like $1,000 over 1 to 3 years, right? So, because those subscribers they can pay a lot more than everybody else. And I mean, we can go, we'll talk about this later, but you want to have essentially a different. I think I have it somewhere here, somewhere else. But you want to have different pricing options for different types of people, and obviously there should be some sort of justification behind that pricing. But yeah, if you really provide a value, there is no reason not to charge at least a price of 1 or 2 coffees per month. And typically, when you have that special relationship with your readers or that some sort of authority in the space, you can charge a lot more because people trust you and they believe your stuff is good. And one way to go about pricing, yeah, so you can start small, you can increase it over time, you can grandfather people in for the old pricing. But if you have that authority, you'd want to probably start with a little bit higher pricing or have a different some sort of plans, because you want to extract as much value of subscribers that already trust you, that believe your stuff is really good, and that money will pay for future growth, R&D, and on all of these things. So they will essentially pay to make your newsletter even better. So yeah, I would definitely give people options. Some people want to pay a smaller fee for 1 month just to try it out and get out early if they didn't like it. And most people really love a great deal, right? So that's why maybe having a monthly fee and then 50% off for the annual option is a great idea, right? Is a great idea. So yeah, and I would personally prefer people to subscribe to the annual plan anyways, because there's 2 reasons, right? Every month their credit card gets charged and they see it, so they're more likely to cancel. And another thing is you want to get there's 2 things. So, and then another thing is you want to get the cash up front to pay for your operating, maybe, yeah, operating expenses, and maybe R&D. I mean, that's kind of marketing and product. So yeah, then we can kind of go into some newsletters and see how it's implemented. So we can check Trends VC, so how they implemented their paid subscription. They have about maybe 1-2K paid subscribers at 2% conversion rate. This is a little bit of old data, so they might have more right now, but we can kind of check how it's set up. So let's see. So we sign into a free subscription. This is basically trends, right? So number 1 product of the month. Let's look at the mobile view. iPhone 12 Pro. Get the window. It's kind of weird. I don't think that's how it looks. But this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good on mobile. Welcome Trends VC, check your inbox, good. Want to unlock all your Trends reports, unlock all your Trends report right now. Become a Trends Pro member. So essentially this is their join Trends Pro. Let's look at the mobile again. Oh my god, this is not a good this text is all crammed up together. There needs to be some line spacing here. So I mean, it looks like they had 2% conversion rate. It's that doesn't really matter, because really, I mean, it matters. You want to make sure it's good, but what makes this newsletter work is you have the pro report. Oh my god, there's so much social proof. That's really a lot. So it looks like they have a bunch of things, right? They have community, but you hear all the perks, And this is an older screenshot, so we can kind of check what's changed from that time. So it looks like they removed the pricing. They added millions of these. Trans Pro. Yeah, so they removed the pricing. Yeah, interestingly. Join 1,000 members in Trans Pro. So 150 plus Trans Pro reports, discounts to new reports each month, like blah blah blah. Join daily stand-ups, suggest new topics, share wins, streak 1%. So we have guarantee here. There was no guarantee, so they added guarantee and a little bit more reports. So and remove the pricing, so we can learn a lot. Mostly, I see that all these paid newsletters, they have a their own landing page, because you can control it much better than if you use, like, for example, Beehiiv. I mean, Beehiiv is working on something really cool when it comes to landing pages, but right now it's pretty limited at this point of recording the video, and you don't want your tech limit your capabilities of doing the conversion rate optimization, increasing CVR, LTV. And so, let's see what happens. So it's just a Stripe link, and the pricing is still the same. So yeah, this newsletter is, from what I heard, it's 2% conversion rate. This is a public information. Don't remember where I found it, but that's where I found it. And I think they're running Facebook ads, so we can check that. Trans Pro or Trans VC. Oh, actually, is there Trans Pro? No, I think that's something different. Trans VC. I'm pretty sure they were running some ads at some point. Trans newsletter. Not really seeing it. I think they're running ads at some point. Maybe they don't run it. Okay, ad libraries not working right now. But anywho, it converts at 2%. But when it comes to, like, one important thing is when it comes to conversion rates, typically organic content would perform much better than ads. And the reason why is people can see your page, can see likes, can see they might have been subscribed to your Twitter or LinkedIn for a while, and so they've seen you so many times, and they have the feeling of, like, okay, it's safe, I can trust it, and also, like, this that 100% money back guarantee helps a lot. I'm sure here, and so it looks like they removed the price, which is pretty interesting. Right now they don't. Let's see. So 100. Okay, so they still have 1,000 plus Trans Pro members. It looks like, unless they updated so that's, unless they didn't update their page. So it's 300K per year type of business here, probably more if I did the math right. Yeah, so that's that. And then we can check another newsletter. So Lenny's, right? But again, Lenny has but actually, one thing about Trans VC, I think that they gate most of the content, so we could subscribe and check it, but you can do it yourself. So Lenny's newsletter, he has a podcast, right? So that's a very different case study. I'm not sure if they're running ads, but as far as I remember, they had 4 to 5% conversion rate, so it's pretty high. I think a year ago or a few months ago, it's making $2 million from premium subscribers every year. if we can check on this newsletter, what is going on here? Few shot learning, so this is AI stuff. Paid subscribers, so this is how it's set up. Okay. Oh, okay, so this is a guest post actually. It's interesting. So this is on Substack, so I'm not sure even how to find this way to subscribe there. That's so funny. Okay, let's subscribe to the newsletter here. Test. Actually, I'll use my own email. It's fine. All right, so we have a bunch of different options, which is awesome. They give you a lot of options. I can expense it, so this is a really fun way to do this. Actually, I'm really a big fan of this way it's set up. So yeah, it's something for you to swipe. I think this is a really good way. You have monthly, you have annual, discounted, you have I can expense it, non-free, right? So what happens if you do annual? It just sends you to the payment link. But yeah, this is a very good example. Lenny's newsletter. Let's see how it looks on mobile. Looks pretty fire. So this one is selected as it's highlighted. One thing, I think text might be really hard, like much harder to read. So it's too gray, I'd say. It's like too light. I would make it a little bit darker. I'll increase like it's too transparent almost. But yeah, Lenny's newsletter, he has a podcast, so it can be a different type of relationship, very different relationship. So people are much more likely to pay more, much more likely to convert because they've kind of built that trust over time. So yeah, actually I've taken a screenshot a few months ago, and we can check if there's any changes to this. It doesn't look like so. So the next thing, yeah, so one thing is about Lenny's newsletter is about 1 year of doing the paid version of the newsletter. He introduced the not the paid, free version. He introduced the paid version. And so he did it by adding some content behind the paywall. And he didn't promise any communities or any podcasts or extra stuff in the beginning. It was like saying, this is if you have a free newsletter, this is how you can do this. So what's changing? Free readers will continue to get the same. So he put this text in the email, right? So it says what's changing. Free readers, you will continue to get the same newsletter, but only about once a month. If that's not enough for you, by all means stick with it. Oh no, if that's enough for you, by all means stick with it. Paid subscribers will receive the newsletters weekly, and it says what's gonna happen or what they get. The weekly editions will be more in depth. Subscriber questions will be prioritized. Your support will mean the world to me, and it will allow me to make this newsletter even better. I'm also going to tinker with a few goodies for paid subscribers, and I think he mentioned some of the goodies, and it might have been either community, podcast, or some other stuff. So right now the perks are premium only newsletter issues, a community with like-minded people, offline meetups. So let's see if there's offline meetups, if there's still offline meetups here. Doesn't look like meetups here. So let me just check it here and see it here. Maybe it's there, but for some reason it's not in the plan section. So, fireside chats with Ask Me Anything sessions, community resources, posts, answering readers' questions, software and tools. So that's that. Another good case study is Hook's newsletter. I believe they were running ads at some point. Hooks. Did I misspell it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it's just bugged at library. Sometimes Facebook ad library doesn't work if you do a lot of requests. So you have to use incognito window. Oh, it doesn't work because of the I think the ad was from the Hooks founder. Okay. I can't find it for some reason right now. Maybe yeah, I mean it looks like I didn't misspell it. So yeah, Hooks newsletter has about 1% conversion rate to paid. Here's the value it provides. Let's see if anything changed because this screenshot was a few months ago. It was made a few months ago. All right, so let's look at the mobile view because 97% of people will be joining your newsletter from mobile, and it looks clean. I think this text is pretty small. I'd say this is extremely small. I don't know if that's exactly like on mobile, but I would not be able to read it. But we have faces, we have people's names, we have stars, and maybe that's how it's helping. So don't be one entrepreneur. That's a very good one. Join, founders for free, blah blah. And we can try to join Hooks database. So this is for founders that are raising most likely. Learn how founders raised. Oh my goodness, come on. Why would you put this background? Like this is, how can I read this? Like I just want to, I don't want to read. I mean, my brain doesn't want to read this. It's just painful. This is really clean. This is nice. This is nice. A lot of text, no images. I guess it's fine for founders. It's very clean. But yeah, like the about the fall page, and it's all broken. I mean, maybe it's because of the way I'm looking at it and mobile, and actually on a mobile phone it looks nice, but I hope it's nice. Learn how founders raised $630 million. I interviewed and wrote case studies about 60 founders, so you don't have to. We can look at this thing, and there's two plans. So you can see the two plans option: get growth, get unicorn. There's no monthly plan, just this, a database. So it's gonna send us? Okay, it's gonna send us to another page. Interesting. Okay, it looks like it's a Beehiiv page, but anywho, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, I think it's good to have a lot of stuff because that's pretty hefty. It's a hefty price, so there needs to be some justification. The other thing, I would probably add stars here as well. I spoke with the founder. Yeah, I mean, this is nice. Yeah, so add like stars when there's like reviews. I would add 5 stars here, 4.9 stars. That's pretty much it. But these are newsletters worth looking into. It looks like these newsletters are mostly for founders, for entrepreneurs. So there is justification from a business standpoint. And again, if you can expense it or they can expense it, that's just a business expense. So it's very easy to pay for it. So let's go back. Let's go back to this doc, right? So how do we actually set it up on Beehiiv? How do we set up this paid subscription on Beehiiv? So we can just click on monetize and then paid subscriptions, and then from there kind of go from there. But to gate the content, so for example here we have this newsletter, Growth Catalyst Club. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to get some ad reviews. But if you have like 5 ads here and I wanted to gate the other 3, So that's pretty easy. The way we could do it is we can essentially just create a table or section, and then we can just put let's see if it works. Okay, maybe we could have to, we cannot really do this with sections within a section, but we can try that. Okay, yeah, it didn't work. So that's okay. But what we could do, we could just copy paste all this text into different sections. So we can go here and do this and remove this. Okay, less is more, and do the same for the content in this section. Okay. All right. Let's remove this. So we can only show this. Let's say say you want to do 2 ads for free and 2 ads and 3 ads to paid subscribers. So we would basically go here, click here, add visual settings, visibility, right? And then we can just untick show to free subscribers, show to anonymous views on the web, show to all paid subscribers, and that's it. So it's gonna only show to the paid subscribers, and we can here, write some stuff. Want to see like unlock the other 3 ad reviews by joining the Growth Catalyst Premium Club, and maybe we can say like, here's what you're gonna get, here's what you get when you join today, and we can list some sort of bullet points and stuff, and then we can add I would make it much nicer. This is just for the purpose of the video. I don't want to waste a lot of your time, so, or any time really. We can just add an upgrade button and center it, and this would probably make this higher, not higher, but bigger, larger. Here's what you get. You join today, and unlock more premium content. Like ad reviews, ad roasts, like weekly ad reviews, and deep dives, ad reviews, and ad roasts. Unlock the access to get the access to our toolbox, our marketing toolbox with all templates and swipes to maybe just to all our marketing templates and swipes. Get access to our courses. I mean, so basically the thing is here, it's like this has to be aligned what they're gonna see on this landing page. So it's very important um, we make sure that that's actually the case, but that's how you typically can do it. So you just only gate this whole section, and so they'll still see all of this text, but to upgrade the to upgrade to like to see this type of content, this section, they have to upgrade. So that's pretty much it. And then the other part is when it comes to paid, getting paid subscribers for your newsletter with Facebook ads, is you're gonna be paying Meta per subscriber, and then there's gonna be cost per paid subscriber. So you want to optimize when it comes to revenue side of business, um, or a revenue and acquisition. You want to optimize the lifetime value of your customer, maximum lifetime value, how you can maximize the what's the most expensive thing you can sell, and if 1 out of 100,000 buys it, like that's going to be worth a lot. So you want to have all of these options, because some people will buy it eventually, right? No matter how much it costs, because people have money that they want to spend. So you have to basically pay to get as you're gonna scale your ads, the cost will go up eventually, unless there's a lot of optimizations that can be done, so it doesn't necessarily have to go up, it actually going down. But if you just take one ad and you don't change anything, and you just want to scale it, one way to scale it would be increasing your value of your subscriber. And by the way, if you want to get that, I'll be including in the comments of this video, I'll include a link where you can get a calculator to calculate your subscriber lifetime value when you do have a paid subscription. And that way you can know how much you can spend to acquire one subscriber through Facebook ads. So let's you want to obviously add also ads in your newsletter. Just have a bunch of ways you can optimize your newsletter to increase that value of your subscriber, right? So let's go to the final, I guess not the final, but we talked about this part where it's converting free subscribers into paid subscribers. So I think when we were on these landing pages, a few things here is you have to have your headline must be outcome based. So I think what I could have done better here is actually say what they're gonna get out of this. So they're gonna unlock this, but I think maybe adding an outcome here would be much better. But at least I'm saying that what they're gonna get from this. And I still need to clarify either in this headline somewhere else what they're gonna get out of unlocking this. So it's very important to do that. And it's like scale your business, maximize your profits from your ads, make ads that make everybody jealous. So you want to find what their option for your audience is, and then put it in your headline, sub-headline, and repeat it across all your copy as much as possible, because repetition is persuasive. So you want to have some testimonials on the paid on the paid upgrade page. So this paid upgrade page is not optimized yet, so we have to work on that. And also, if you can add results. So you can add results like before and afters, or just if it's a business newsletter, you can show revenue screenshots, or for these types of newsletters like Lenny's, Hook's newsletter, you can say, okay, this guy was reading my newsletter, he got a bunch of funding. So it says connect your stories to the funders fund. So maybe this is good. So if you read these, I'm sure there's gonna be 1, 2, 3 stories where they like, oh, I raised a bunch of money, I grew my business, 10x it, whatever. So you want to have that as well, and a strong call to action. You want to test an outcome-based call to action. So sometimes it's just like join now. This is not really outcome-based, but you can say like, start growing your business now or something like that. Then the final piece of this video will be the Facebook ad strategy to drive paid subscribers. And so actually we might create another video for this. But I think all the things we discussed here are very important to even run ads. But the most important things, well, actually they're all important. So let's start with this. So how do we actually get paid subscribers through Facebook ads on our Beehiiv or ConvertKit or whatever type of newsletter we have? So the first thing is the more specific your niche is, the more relevant it is for your subscribers to subscribe to the paid version, and you typically see higher conversion rate. But there's a trade-off, because when it comes to Facebook ads, the more specific it is, typically means more expensive it is and less scalable it is. So you want to find that middle ground where it's still pretty inclusive, or you can pursue a strategy where you have like a few different landing pages, find what type of ideal subscriber profiles you can target and what outcomes they're looking to achieve, and what message, what they actually want to get, what's the ultimate outcome, but what the vehicle they believe would bring that to the outcome. And that vehicle would be your newsletter, or whatever you give them in your newsletter, whatever the perks, right? So if you can match that to whatever they already believe, that's going to be an easy sell, because you don't have to like explain it, you don't have to educate them or anything. You can just like, okay, here's, you subscribe to my newsletter, here's what you're going to get, and they already believe in it, and it's like, okay, sure, why not? And if there's a money back guarantee, free trial, whatever, that's going to be much easier. Or like what Lenny does is like, I can expense it, easy. Or like maybe like for the fun, I'm like, I have FU money. That would be a fun one as well. So you want to like the first thing you want to do when it comes to running Facebook ads to get paid, to drive paid subscribers to your newsletter, is you want to find out, just like break down your ideal subscriber profiles. So like ISP1, ISP2, ISP3, and maybe just one. You want to focus on one, and then offer like just like what would they want. So offer one, and maybe offer two, and you can kind of split test it. And so, and ads, and like ad campaign. So ad campaign 1, ad campaign 2, different creative type, maybe different creative. Yeah, so creative type 1, or here creative type 2, and it could be like UGC or something, or like here would be just statics, and you can do like reels, ad campaign 3 reels. And if you just have one and you have one offer, you just do this. If you have 3, you have more things to test and more things to optimize. But I would just pick one that they're more likely to buy your subscription. Maybe you already have some subscribers from organic, and you just kind of create campaigns to sell that offer. If you don't have this, you want to test it, or like use your best logic. Maybe there's competitor newsletters in the same space. It's a good sign that you have competitors. and they have paid subscription, so you might want to use that. And so offer, so it's like as niche as possible, and also you want to have it as have outcome, um, main outcome they want achieve. Okay, and targeting strategy. So main and specific, and it needs to be specific. Targeting strategy, specific but also inclusive. So let's just so what I mean specific is it could be, it's like like 7-figure business, whatever, 7-figure SaaS business for these types of newsletters, or whatever, like raise Series A, if it was, let's say, Hook's newsletter, like bring your company to IPO. I think that would be something like that. But you don't want to say like, okay, raise 100 million, or I don't know, something that is like too specific. If you'd say like a fintech company is like, bring your fintech company to IPO, it would be not inclusive to other companies. So you want to make it specific, but not too specific, so it's still inclusive to other people or other your potential subscribers that can benefit from it. But the more specific, if you can make it more specific, the better it should work. So if you can have, like, let's say, bring your fintech company to IPO, that would be that would be a subscriber profile 1, fintech company founders offer 1, that would be bring your fintech company to IPO. And then ad campaigns would really match all of that. That would be an ideal case, actually. So you want to test that. And so targeting strategy is, when it comes to Facebook ads, I would just always use broad in the beginning, and then once you find some best performing ads, so the structure could be like ad set broad, and then so yeah, it's 1, and you could it's not gonna be actually here, but you can later add more ad sets, or if you actually feel that you can find very specific interests or lookalikes that you can put in there in the beginning, you can start with 2 ad sets and just ads, assuming your budget is like over $50 per day or like $100 per day. So that would be the targeting strategy. Just mostly do broad in the beginning, or just when testing. Yeah, mostly do broad, and then once you find ad that works, test interests. Yeah. So ad copy and messaging and ad creative. Ad copy, messaging, and ad creative, these all should be matching. So, and ad creative. So they all should be matching to, so matching the landing page. Copy is congruent with the ad creative. And very important piece, actually, let me put it here. So your ad must target, so your ad creative must target people that are gonna buy your paid or like your premium upgrade. So if you have a newsletter where you have a premium version, but you provide some sort of different value to the free subscribers and different value to premium subscribers, and like pretty much anybody can subscribe to your free newsletter. And like for example, when it comes to, let's say, Hook's newsletter, right? If you run ads like, okay, bring your company, if you're like, okay, you're onto like, entrepreneurs, subscribe to my newsletter, I'll give you some tips to scale your business. That ad would most likely not get paid subscribers. But if your message of the premium upgrade, the main outcome, is in that ad, it's most likely gonna increase the conversion rate. So it's very important to have that in the ad, and because Facebook actually targets people based on the ad creative, because it scans your image, your video, your text, and then it goes out and finds people that are most likely to subscribe to your newsletter. So it's very important you qualify the right people in your ad creative, and they will subscribe, right? Because Facebook doesn't know any better. You just say, hey, optimize for subscribers. I want the lowest cost of subscriber, and Facebook like, okay, I'll get you subscribers. Here's the creative, here's the copy, here's whatever. But it doesn't know, are they gonna buy the paid upgrade? Are they gonna do whatever? Now the other thing is, and let's we can smoothly transition into this step, is you can actually optimize for paid upgrade, right, on the Facebook side of things. But you need to have, let's say you optimize for purchases, for you want to say like, hey Facebook, bring me subscribers that buy, and you have an event set up through Facebook Pixel or dataset right now that fires right after, let's say, people pay, or they visit the thank you page from the paid upgrade, and Facebook sees it, and you can get more subscribers that only purchase, which is that sounds really sensible, right? But if your paid subscriber upgrade price is like $300, it's going to be really challenging to get those. It's going to be really challenging to get enough data to make the economics work. So you gotta test it. If I was running ads for Lenny's newsletter, I would definitely test paid upgrade, because you have a bunch of different options, like can expense it, and I think it's okay. It has to be more than $150. So $15 is more feasible, and also if there's a free trial, you can try that as well, because more people are gonna opt in for the free trial than the purchase. But overall, mostly you would want to optimize for leads, subscribers, like really just the subscriber event, right? In Facebook ads. But if you like, I would definitely, once you have all these ads, you find a good ad, I would initially try to do the subscribe event just to get more people in. And then once you get more data, once you see people actually signing up for your paid upgrade, free trial upgrade, you can, and I would actually recommend you to test the free trial. That would be super useful. So that's pretty much it. If you want to grow your newsletter with Facebook ads, you can hire us. You can go to adsora.com, check all these amazing case studies, how we grew newsletters to over 100K subs in very different niches. And right now we spend like close to 30K or something on ads for newsletters per month. So it definitely works. It works for paid. If you have a proven model, it can be really, really good source of of very durable income for your business, because newsletter subscribers are pretty sticky. So hop on this website and you can schedule a call with me or anybody else in my team. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you're not still subscribed, and see you in the next one.